Head out about 10 miles or so from the Capitol Mall, and you will arrive here at Northwest Stadium, just outside of Washington, D.C. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talked. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his third season in the league.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. One touchdown pass. They didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. They'll look to throw. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
Washington, first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now a first carry here for the running back. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. That good for 19 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
2nd and 6. And this one finds McConkey. Catch number 44 on the year. It's a first down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of catches, 62 yards.
And in doing preparation for the game, you notice where guys ranked in the league in terms of statistical categories. He's 4th in the league.
That went out wide and intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Looking to put a drive together. Throwing to start the drive. North. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
A gain of 10 yards.
They'll run. This is Jaden Blue. Able to avoid him at the 40. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They go again with Blue. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll run up the middle here with Blue. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A gain of 9 brings up second and one.
They go with Blue between the tackles. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 21. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues. Charles, it's early, but that's a key third down conversion. Remember, they forced the turnover on the opening drive. Now they're in a position where they look like they'll at least get 3 out of this.
A great example of complementary football for able to catch this in, isn't it, partner? Because defense does his job, takes it away, turns over the offense. Let's pick up a nice first down there. Maybe it's time to think about taking a shot at the end zone because it looks like the field goal is almost assured.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And that'll make it second and goal.
Second and goal at the 19-yard line.
Operating from the gun, North. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Operating from the gun, North. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. A nightmare on third and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their second drive here of the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and sneak it here. And he's going to have the Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First and 10 at the 35.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now this time he'll look to throw. He gets it to Addison. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
First and 10 at the 46.
They'll drop the throw. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Donovan Ezaraku in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. In motion goes the tight end. 2nd and 13. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Ooh, the juke. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Washington going to send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Cowboys offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And he's building his case for MVP consideration with each passing week. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes as we move into the back half of the season. They start the drive with a give to Blue. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Off the play fake. North. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Now comes the Cowboys punter, as he's on the punt for the first time this afternoon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just know that they're better.
The punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the 2nd one. Now they're hoping to turn into 1st downs and hopefully points.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
46-yard line. A gain of a yard.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
It's now 3rd and 10.
They'll look to throw here. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Impressive individual effort there. No one was going to stop him around the edge.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that's why if you play in a 4-3 base and you're a defensive end, that's why you get the big bucks. They count on you to do everything. Defend the run, and of course, get to the quarterback.
Washington going to send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
They'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, Most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward of him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
For a Cowboys first down. It's a gain of 20. First down, Dallas.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up first downs, and they get the conversion here. I think a lot of that is due to how they win on first and second down because that leaves them third and short, third manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
Out of the gun, they run with Blue. It's a solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. They'll try and run again with Blue. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They work now on 2nd and 9.
The 37-yard line.
Looking to throw. North. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Washington on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. It's a gain of just a couple there, but it's enough to get them the first. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And down inside the 15 he goes. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Trying to set up a screen for Blue. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Back to throw. North. That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up 3rd. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. From the gun on 3rd down. North. They'll try and do this himself. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. So since that last play got nothing, they'll go ahead and decline the penalty, and that forces a 4th down situation. So on 4th down, out is Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Commanders back out late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3, and take some momentum into the locker room. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Short one there, caught by Likely. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So here's a 3rd and 14. They're going to look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. 10 weeks have come and gone. The temperature's starting to dip a little bit here in November. Lots to show you. Let's talk about it. Our trip across the NFL starts now. In Glendale, the Cardinals at home to take on the Green Bay Packers. And this one, I'm not quite sure what to make of this. He only had one catch in the game, but it was this one, and it counted. The Packers win their second straight as they get the victory here. From there, it's down to the Big Easy in New Orleans. We'll check in on the Saints. They're hosting the New York Football Giants. And this is T. Higgins. He's going to bring this one in, and away he goes. Make it a 70-yard touchdown grab. Got one more to show you right now. Let's go to Foxborough. It's the Patriots taking on the Miami Dolphins. And this is the quarterback of the Dolphins connecting with his target. It's touchdown pass number 20 on the year. The Dolphins on top in this one at halftime. And time now for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the NFL. Meanwhile, in our game, neither offense has been able to distinguish themselves. It's been the defenses that have stood tall so far. As we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter three. The Cowboys offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. This is 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Off play action. North. Oh, wide open receiver. It's Harrison. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 38-yard line.
And the Cowboys first down. A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Cowboys.
He's going to try and do this himself. And a loose football. But I believe a Cowboy was there to get it. He was, and Dallas will maintain possession. Here's a 2nd and 7. He's got a man. It's his fullback. Call it a pickup of 7. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
It's a gain of 7.
It's a quarterback sneak. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's another Cowboys first down. A gain of a yard. And the Cowboys first down.
On first down, it's Blue. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Now, these two teams, you might remember, met earlier in the year in Arlington with the Cowboys winning that ball game. So they're looking for another win here in Washington to take the season sweep. They'll swing this out to Blue. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
On the draw, here's Blue. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's second down. Now second and 9.
Brings up second and 9.
Well, they'll try the jet sweep with Harrison. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Marvin Harrison Jr. with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. The Cowboys offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2.
The Cowboys will line up for the 2-point.
They'll look to throw. That's caught at the 2. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
Commanders nothing.
That right there makes up for that missed extra point they had after the first score.
Yeah, they went ahead and got back to level by going for 2 and having the normal amount of points, so that works out pretty well for them. And if you're the kicker, don't worry about it too much. Now they've got back to where they want to be, they'll try it out there for the next one.
First possession of the second half now for Washington. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 40 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Right back to him on first down. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 11 more on that one and another first down.
At the 44-yard line.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
At the 36-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up
In motion right is Addison. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And it'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. Give him 2 on the play there. Good for a Commander's first down.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Second and 12 at the Cowboys' 34-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked. Does the big boy have the juice? And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. So it's a turnover there on a lost fumble, and this third quarter could not really have started worse.
I think that's a great observation because this was a close game at the half. They gave up the touchdown the opening drive. Now they turn over the football. This game, it can get away from them pretty quickly if their defense doesn't step up right here.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Operating from the gun, North. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw, North. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 15. First down, Dallas.
Now an option play, and he'll keep it. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Now here on EA Sports. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. 2nd and 9 now. And he's got his man on the out route. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1.
Ruled out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
They'll go with the keeper. Only a yard on the sneak, not enough. And he's a few inches short for 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
They fights him off. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try to finish it ourselves.
Will Anderson gets to him for the tackle.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they'll get him down up past the 15. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 14-yard line.
Looking to throw. To the left side, he's got McConkey. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first. And now the football is going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Well, they can thank their defense for another stop, and now look at the score, where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock, work it down, and, of course, you put another touchdown on the board, you can pretty much say bye-bye to this one.
Play calling here can be a little bit more conservative because of the lead. That is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jaden Blue with career touchdown number 70. And the Cowboys add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down, and now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the 4th quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the first down, and after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
Aubrey good with a PAT, and that makes the score 21-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Washington offense set to take over. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. Addison hauls it in. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34.
They'll set up a throw. His throw incomplete. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coach, I'd always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
This is caught by Addison. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
They hand it off. It's Blue. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
116 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Now a handoff to Blue running left side. And boy, the strength on on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On to give, this is Blue. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. They go draw here. Blue. That's some good hard running there as he pushes way forward for about 5. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Blue. Going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7.
Brandon Aubrey on for the Cowboys field goal. A 24-yard.
And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
24.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they've had that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
So they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up